Hi Marcus. Just how much did it feel like that wicket from Jack Leach towards the end of the day really changed the momentum of how things were going?
I think it was a really important wicket. I think the partnership they put together was pretty good, and they were building into a nice place. And the wicket was pretty docile. I think as the ball gets old, it's not quite as much happening as we've seen, and it looked a bit easier. So you're getting something there just for the boys to come in with. Very nice. Always good to get a wicket just for a break.
We've heard from a few of the players now that the wicket's quite tactile in the morning session. Is that what England are really going to look to target at the start of play tomorrow?
Let's hope so. I think it was a little bit different today almost, because there wasn't as much dew around this morning. It was a little bit more breeze. So I kind of hope there might be a little bit more fog around in the morning and it sort of settles on the ground. But hopefully it carries on in that trend and we put ourselves in a position to win the game. And
you've played out here, I know, from a batting perspective, but thinking of it from the bowler side, just how difficult is it to take wickets?
Yeah, very difficult, yeah. As you can see, as the ball gets old and the pitch has got more and more flat as the heavy roller has gone upon it, then it is always tricky. You've got to come up with something different, and that's either real good pace, ball spinning out of the rough, or something different with your fields, and we're trying all of those at the moment. And we've had a little bit of reward, but we'd hopefully for a bit more tomorrow.
Thank you.
Let's go with Stefan behind, and then Dee.
Marcus, you obviously always want to be positive, but did that pursuit of positivity this morning let Pakistan back in, losing 5 wickets for 19 runs?
I don't know if it's done that. I think, of course you always want to try and get more runs, and we're trying to be aggressive to, and that's our style to try and do that. We've still got a hell of a total on the board, and there's still a lot of runs to get. We'll know probably after lunch tomorrow whether that was part of the reason that we didn't get enough runs. But we're still in a very good position, so I don't think we're too worried.
And not helped by a couple of half chances missed, one at short leg, one that went through Will Jack's hands, and then the review that wasn't taken off Imam and Ollie Pope's catch down the leg side.
Yeah, those things happen. We know that within games. When you really sort of snap your chances and get the opportunities, it makes it a little bit easier. We've already talked about how hard it is to get 10 or 20 wickets in games over here. So any opportunity, it happens. But that is the game, unfortunately. And obviously with the review, some of the guys weren't sure, and not enough to make Ben go for the review.
James Anderson took a wicket early doors, and it was a pretty decent delivery. Can you still believe that he's producing that kind of quality at this age?
Oh, I think we can, yeah. I think we've seen enough that that he just keeps going, doesn't he? He's great to have around at the moment. He's really sort of taking the responsibility of looking after the younger guys, bringing them forward, and giving his experience to those boys come in and getting their opportunity. But he continues to show his world class, and the more that we can stretch out of him and keep him going for the length of his career, the better it's going to be for the team.
And then following up his wicket, Ollie Robinson took one almost as good, maybe. How impressed have you been with his efforts, not only on tour but in this game in particular?
Yeah, Robbo's been great. I think the partnership that those two have sort of shown bowling together has been good. I think you're seeing somebody who, whose stats have shown how much he seams the ball and how much he moves the ball, potentially more than most people in England. Hence the reason why he's playing in the position he is, because he generates and has the ability to make the ball seam on pitches that don't really do a great deal. There's a few cracks in the right place, and obviously if you can get the ball in the right place to hit that while the ball's reversing, then it makes a big difference. It's the only sort of movement that you're going to get. So, but having the sort of Robbo and Jimmy, Woody coming through, and obviously then you've got Jamie and other people waiting in the wings, and it looks a good bowling unit.
And can I just check, is Ben okay to bowl? Obviously not.
Say again, sorry?
Is Ben okay to bowl? He's obviously
yes.
not done so yet, but
no, he's fit to bowl.
Gentlemen from there behind you.
Yeah, Pakistan need 150 runs and you need 6 wickets. Pakistan is fighting back. How do you rate this situation?
Well, 50-50, I guess, at the moment, isn't it? I think we'll know probably around lunchtime how close it's going to be and who's going to be on top going into that point. So, I think in the England change room, we're still very confident of what we're going to achieve. And hopefully that will happen in the morning for us. And that's obviously, I don't know how Pakistan are feeling about it.
Behind, please. And then we'll finish with John here.
Tris, you were part of the team when last time England played here and you guys lost by 22 runs. Are you planning to reverse that tomorrow?
I hope so, yeah, I really hope so. The last time we played here, we were in a very good situation to win the game. It was almost role reversal in terms of how the game planned out. So hopefully we come back in tomorrow and get the quick wickets that we want. And hopefully then we can, secure the second game and the series.
Hey Marcus, this is Behram Qazi from Grassroots Cricket. So the last time you were here in Multan, you scored 193 in that test versus Pakistan that the gentleman before me was just alluding to. How different is the surface in this test versus that test all the way back in 2005? And also, do you reckon that the pitch has flattened out a bit and has gotten better for batting as this game has progressed?
Well, let me answer the second question. Yeah, I think it's got better. I think as the heavy roller has been used more and more, I think the bounce has gone from the pitch, and also it's maybe hardened it up a little bit. So whether it was a little bit soft or whether it was a little bit damp to start with, I think that's why the ball was spinning more, as we've seen. Back in 2005, I think it was a more traditional style pitch where most of the runs are scored at the top of the game in the first couple of games, and then couple of innings, and then it gets harder to bat on because it spins more, and then potentially reverse swings probably a little bit more than what it is at the moment.
Okay, thank you.
Last question in the corner here, at the back.
Hi, Shafqat Shabir from Trescothick here. England lost 5 wickets in the first session, and the final target was 355. Was there any plan to add some more runs as well? Because England lost wickets in quite a flurry. Did it go according to plan, or was it the plan to just go and whack the ball around?
Well, I think 355 is a good total. I think any time going into the last innings of a game. And I think you've seen from our style of play that we're always trying to apply pressure to opposition and continue to do that. Yes, we lost 5 wickets. And yes, we would have loved to have got another 150 runs. Of course we would have done. But, that's what we still back ourselves in those sort of positions to have that total on the board and come out and win over the course of the game. So hopefully, and by the end of tomorrow, we'll probably know whether that was part of the reason whether we've won or lost the game.
Okay, thank you. Cheers, Trev.
Okay.